cultivate here is, there we go. Love, peace, and salutations. My name is Michael J. Turner. I am the Southwest Shaman, the Earl of Arizona. You are now shining with the Arizona sun. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here, which is wherever you're at. Coming with love from AZ. This is StereoPHiX 888, a channel about personal development, growth on YouTube, and how I'm changing my life from low vibe to high vibe. I can't save you. I'm also not here to tell you what to do. I'm just sharing with you how I'm saving myself. This artwork is for Adri's Ttreats. It's in Phoenix. It's a bakery. There we go. It's on. It's on. It's on again. Now I just gotta pull up my picture to go off of. If you'll bear with me on that. There's my pencil and eraser. Proof, indication, something's about to happen. Something about to happen. Yeah. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I suppose I should start a routine of being prepared before going live. Maybe that's something for me to consider. There it is, baby.
Well, that's what you make it. Don't take it for what it's worth. There's no such thing as insignificant. Learn to appreciate.
Okay. Oh my God. Why the fuck? You know, isn't that just poetic justice? Poetic justice for me. All right. Anyway, as soon as that song gets old, just say something and I'll change it. Oh, oh my God, I'm so sorry. All right, man. Cool. Excellent day. Guys, be careful. Be careful. Oh, this shit is not. I'll lighten it up a little bit there. See, there's like an inner frame. I have a frame and then an inner frame. So it's really gonna be. I don't have to use the inner frame, but I might have to reduce the size of it or something. Fuck it, man. We're gonna just rock with it. Rock and roll with this thing. The thing that killed John Wayne. It's that thing that killed John Wayne. No. Obviously, I spent way too much time on his tail. This is the original image that I'm using that I'm going off of. On flash in front of the screen. It's actually an AI derived Canva thing. I know this because it says it's still got the watermark on there, and so you know, I was asked to duplicate it. You know, I could get really creative with how it comes out, but they wanted it to be just like that. I just want to get the sketch down. Get the sketch down. Cool. At this point, Yep. Here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. One. Be careful with this fucking setup I got going here. Take it off the screen now. Careful. We already had one avalanche. Alright, now this one goes up here. Floats up in here. And down. Look, bitch, it's saltwater fish. Can't survive them fresh. You expect heaven, but don't want no part of death. Can't expect heaven without some level of death. Sacrifice part of yourself. Like an elf climbing up an irritation. Yo, some people be like, I need a vacation from what? Your own mental smut. Moving too quick, slow up. What? Chain linked. My brain thinks, but my mind applies shit on a higher plane. I ride on a higher plane, thinking same things. Thinking same things. Yo, pull out everything in the kitchen sink and start rolling like a Lincoln with Matthew McConaughey. All my problems have gone away. So really, I mean, I pretty much have this down. If I was going to it's just a pencil drawing, I guess it would be worth it for me to continue to do details, but I'm gonna do color, so I really don't need to do too much I'm almost getting carried away with my pencil expression because that pencil's gonna be gone, but it's cool. The world is what you make it, don't take it for what it's worth. You love that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. That's what I'm gonna say on this beat. That's gonna be like something on there. You lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. Alright, cool. Get that more smooth out. I don't know what the hell I was like seeing shit in the image. Alright, cool. Anywho, Let's move forward to this flower. Get a flower some power and the fern some germ. So we can turn and burn like Maverick and Goose. Got the juice, I'm on the loose. Like Orenthal, James. No way to explain. Shit, my city's hot as a flame. Burning. Yo, I'm constantly learning. Taking it higher. Hit you like higher. What the? When I chop it to you. I chop it to you like a karate master. Bruce Lee flowing like water, but thinking faster. Karate body thin to win. When I hit you with the ace of spades or the big joker, I provoke ya. Couldn't be more loca. That's me. Drinking a cola. Nah, wait. Moving away from soda. Another day, I might just sit back and grow a whole crop of motherfucking cash and meet my quota. Come back in a flash. Yo, Toyota. Roll Casanova. I told you. So wait, that's the big one that goes right there. The fern. Yeah. You live and you learn. You live and you learn, or you live in a fern. Yo, or maybe your name is Vern Troyer. I think Vern Troyer passed on, if I'm not mistaken. He was Mini Me in Austin Powers. If you don't know. For those of you who don't know. Yeah, so John, man, this was like the perfect thing for me to draw because I spent a considerable amount of time when I was incarcerated drawing flowers and the female form. So, because basically, you know, everybody gets skulls, and like all the white boys want to get skulls and shit. And I was like, well, what can I draw that I won't get just straight hated on, or or just like, what can I draw? There's something else than that, other than that, as an artist, because that was my hustle in there. I drew designs for people, and I drew all my own tattoo designs also. I essentially was on the path to doing tattoos, and I could if I wanted to. I mean, I could set up, I could make a setup at home, even like or get some legit things. I'd really like to just get that pen. It's like a tattoo pen. It lets you, or that's just the shape of it roughly. It's not the whole thing with all the fucking whatever they call those things, gear things. It's a lot. Like it's very involved. When you get, because I had a setup, I had a box of like a tattoo kit, a tattoo thing that had like 4 guns, guns, 4 guns. It had like ink and stuff. It had like a bunch of like other like foil, like it had a bunch of things, and instantly I was like intimidated by how much stuff set up. And you gotta be careful too, like you're dealing with blood, and it's like shit, man. All of a sudden I was like, oh man, it's kind of a lot to very involved. So the other thing that's available is a much more simple tattoo thing. So I'd like to get one, or I could just make one penitentiary style and use a CD player and a pen and what else? You still gotta get the needle. Like you get a guitar string and use that. That's what you use, and then, you straighten it out, fucking sharpen it up, and you sanitize it by fire. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell some little stories while I do this of my experience in there. Well, I spent on a 5-year sentence. In case you don't know, when you get sentenced to actually go do time in the Arizona Department of Corrections, there's like a percentage of the time you do, and there's like couple other factors involved in whether you serve the entirety of it. Like, so I got 5 years, but you do like 80%, and there's some other stuff like you can lose the time, like some other stuff, and end up doing the whole 5 years. But I did 4 years and 4 months, which is crazy because my birthday is 4/4. And if I'm, looking at, reflecting, like, my life has always developed in like 4-year cycles. Like every 4 years, some stuff would just, everything would just change up and shift, basically. And I think that right now I'm at the end of one, or I've entered a new cycle in my life, absolutely. And by the grace of God, I won't have to live the same. I won't have to learn the same lessons or repeat the same lessons because finally learned some things. Or I was always learning things, but I finally learned what I needed to move forward. And not want to go backward because it's more comfortable back there. Because that's in the essence. That's what happens to anybody who repeats behavior that's like self-destructive, and it seems like, why would you go do that? Well, because there's people want to be in their comfort zone. No one can deny that. Shit, how often do people go out of their comfort zone? I was forced to be out of my comfort zone perpetually, and then examined and have everything on the table to be chopped up and examined continually in therapy and treatment and all that. So it's like comfort zone. That shit got obliterated for me, but still, when it comes to like things you do, maybe you eat too much ice cream or whatever, and that's your thing. So you go back to that. You go back to it. Well, I finally got enough good stuff before me that I said I don't need to go back to. I don't need to go back. And furthermore, I've just found that I couldn't even go back if I wanted to. This one's this one. This one's supposed to be that one. And that one's that one. So it's have like an extra little thing here. It's weird, I don't know. What's up with that? It's probably part of the plant. Part of the plant, Jenny. It's part of the plant, Jenny. Part of the plant, Jenny. Jenny is part of the plant, Jenny. Oh yeah, the stories. So let's see. I got into county jail, and I had never been to jail in my life, and I thought I was just gonna go ahead and get released because I had been I can't say that. I had been to jail a couple of times before that, but always just released. I went to Tent City for a DUI before that, but basically. So I was kind of under the impression like I'll end up getting out. It was like when I first saw the the first plea for that offered me like 10 years, 11 years. I'm like, man, I'm not coming, not getting out for a while. That shit doesn't sink into a person, man, until like it took me a year of being in there to be like, damn, I'm not going home. I'm not going home for a while, and there's no way to switch it up. It's like you have to fucking continue. It's not like if you could be in the army and like there's a movie, it's kind of cool movie actually, where there's this one cat, he knows how to get people out of the army because it's hard to get out once you're in. You essentially have to like break your foot or some shit, or like just really be hurt bad. Like they don't let you just leave like that, I guess. So this dude knows what to do exactly, and he comes up with like a way for each person that's kind of like unique for them too. But he doesn't do it for himself, And I can't remember what the name of that movie is, man. It's a pretty dope movie, man. Shit. Yeah, actually. I'm trying to think of that. Somebody else did it. Somebody else can think of it. Whoa. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Yeah. It's like I was gonna try to make this like exact, but on some real deal Holyfield, it'll come out pretty close to being exactly. But I don't need to stress myself on that, to the point of like I'm just never gonna get it done because I'm trying to be precision cuts. Like what? Precision cuts. Like what? Precision cuts. Like precision cuts. Precision cuts. Precision cuts. Like what? Precision cuts. Yeah. Microphone slamming, jamming with the audio. I love it. Whatever the subject. I never bring the rubbish, only that. What? I love it. Okay, boom. Let's go down here. Learn to appreciate pain. That's good. You can know what really hurts, know what to do and what you can't. Yes, you're saltwater fish. Can't survive it fresh. You're a fool if you think you can have heaven without some level of death. Hey, yo. Spitting lyrical slugs at you, the OLOW. Elbow drops him off the top turnbuckle like I'm Randy Savage. When I drop degrees, I drop flows like avalanches. With the mic, I brandish. I serve like Pete Sampras. Key upon key like I'm building brick mansions. Rap beats like bandage, tight as a tourniquet. Rappers using my style must be a surrogate. Verbal utensils since I used to murder verses with scar your mental since you remember me permanent. Evil webs woven, patterns sewn in cursive, circulate my mind, confined till they surface, releasing the kraken, the titans clash, and I ride the Pegasus when the beat starts slapping. Never hesitant when it's time for action. Invade your residence and start wreaking havoc. My methodology is sick. I execute operations that fuck up your biology. Repping for my city with each round I write. They say you only live twice. I resurrect through the mic. Bear witness. I exercise spirits through lyrical fitness and create a seance to get you lifted. The edge of tomorrow. The event horizon of the lifetime borrowed. Still surviving. An example of the illness with each round I wrote. with each rhyme I make. I got unlimited rhymes like shapes on snowflakes, uncountable thoughts like grains of sand on the beach. Shit, with my rhythm of speech. It's good. Hip hop was my main field of study because all we used to do is take money, take money. I draw some roses and some things. I've drawn some roses and some things in my time, man. Oh man, oh man, check it out, man. I'm gonna be check it out, man. Just drawing a few things, man. That's all. Shit, man. And some drawing some leaves, man. StereoPHiX 888. Phoenix, Bird City, Valley of the Spun. My name is Michael J. Turner, Southwest Shaman, the Earl of Arizona, and you are now shining with the Arizona sun. All right, I'm getting close to doing the mother flubbing color now. Just, hold with me, hold. That's one. I always think of Gladiator when in the first one, obviously, but they're in that chariot and they keep rolling around. The motherfuckers are standing in the middle, and the dudes in the chariots rolling around them, going in circles, and Maximus is like, "That's one." He keeps trying to get them to form up with the shields. He's like, "That's one," and then they make the fucking chariot fall off or whatever, break the axle or something. Shit, break the wheel. We got everybody to work together, man. It's like, come on. Shit, come on. I just love that movie, man. I love that movie. Well, there's some major monologue, or not monologue, but this is some major lines. I'm like, wow, that's some awesome shit. When he says, "My name is Maximus Decimus Aurelius, father of a murdered son, husband to a slain wife. I will have my revenge in this life or the next." I mean, that's like the illest. He's like something about I'm Maximus Decimus Aurelius, commander of the armies of the North, commander of the armies of the North. Like, yo, he said that shit it was fuck. Takes off his mask and shit, shit. Homeboy, what his name is? Commodus, bitch ass over there, super pale ass. He's like, straight up recognize him off the bat. I don't know, man. Alright, I'm getting ready to change the beat up, everybody. Hold up, wait a minute. Rock with it. Hold up. I'm so glad you showed up. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Yo, we're about to have the best year of our lives. Ain't it right? Ain't that right? If you don't know it, now you know it. Remind yourself. Let's go. I'm gonna play. Ooh wee! I got some shit for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, this must be the one I'm supposed to play. This one's called "On the Way to You Right Now." By StereoPHiX. By the StereoPHiX on StereoPHiX 888. 10:44 at night. I need to shut my door.
Here to all four corners. Yeah, man.
I need to shut my door.
Breathe life into this creation. You're urging for your soul. Let's begin.
Sometimes I write by candlelight, other times when that side is bright. We ain't never done before. Enough of that. Let's go. Time to splash some color. I'm gonna do this fucking lettering and splash some color on this bitch. On the way to you right now by StereoPHiX, by the StereoPHiX. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm fucking the mic right. Zoom, observe what the pattern. The sky comes close to us. As always, like it's written on seal stamps and trust. God, please silence the devil speaking in tongues. So his mouth closed, shutting it up. Lord, please believe this oral thrust. It has to be like that.
Where we'll end up. Come on, come get it cracking. A lot of things in this life are cheap.
Something like
it's not
it's
the
not
companies
right
we
about
keep. It's either a price to win or the cost to defeat. We overtime and living 8 days.
So,
when I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm fucking the mic right.
folding up the paper. The tail's been getting me in trouble for some reason.
Hold up now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Hold up a blunt and sometimes I fight like kites if it's precise. Only if it's right. Other times I stay low. Make a living through gunfights.
Keep firing. Oh, you can't see this part. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Check my other camera. Okay, here we go. Once again on StereoPHiX 888, drawing for Adri's Ttreats Bakery. About to find out how good the ish is.
When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm fucking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm rocking the mic right. When I'm on the mic and I'm fucking the mic right. And I wish we open the white style where the fuck did you run it from? You need to take that shit back and get like terror funds. The sniper, scope your ass down like auxiliary guns. Elevator style. I'm on another level with it.
Just get
I
this
broke
stitched
the
out,
stone
man.
down to the size of a pebble. Put it in the pipe and hit it. AZ rap shit, my business.
I do my best sketching when I just go with it. And I can sketch whatever. Then I get carried away when I go back to do the details. But I'm pretty much a sketch artist. Like I can just sit and just sketch away until it looks like whatever, you know. So that's how I get down. But I'm just a very OCD, obsessive, compulsive, impulsive person. So I've had to deal with that. But being obsessive compulsive means you will compulsively do something and then be like stuck on it, obsess on that shit. Anyway, that's right. Art, but drawing is like a coping skill for me because I can focus in on it, and it gives me like a sense of like togetherness while I'm doing it. So I could be doing it in a conversation like right now I'm talking, and still doing it and listening too, genuinely, like because I had to prove that in the various situations and identify that it was a coping skill I was using. And I'm talking about like in like treatment and shit and like group therapy or whatever. But yeah, I also want to say that
acting like you don't know, but when the truth show hits so hard, feel like you got hit
in the torso. Yeah. I also want to say that meditation is essential for connecting with the with the gods, with God, and basically it can be done in many ways. It doesn't have to be done by like sitting, or whatever you might stereotypically think when you think about meditation. What I'm getting at is getting focused in, hyper fixated and focused on drawing is like getting into a meditative state, essentially, because uh clearing the mind of thoughts, like, something pops up, you might acknowledge it, but let it go. And hyper focus, like, so I just want to, kind of put that idea out there that you can get into a meditative state in many ways, you know. The idea is like getting quiet though, like a quiet, in the word in the scripture it says, go to a quiet place or be still, basically something like that. And so the idea is definitely not having like doing whatever it is that thing may be in a quiet setting, so you can hyper fixate on something, and uh basically what you do, what happens is breathing slows, and then the heart rate slows, and then what happens is the frequency that we're emitting changes. When we're asleep, we're in delta mode, if I'm not mistaken. And here's the thing, like your mind, the subconscious mind, is open, so to speak, when you're in that mode, or the next one above it or below it, whichever direction, going back up to awake. And information essentially is easily recorded. uh, Use that information to your advantage. Alright, so this is how we rock with this. Adri, have the THIZZ. Oh, I see if they are like a long, slender. What do you call that? Wait. Oh, what is that thing called? I can't even remember. Um, so let's see. You got words like won't and don't, where you have an apostrophe. Okay, an apostrophe. Ooh, that sounds like a good word to put in a rap. Apostrophe. I connect. I make connections like apostrophes. With the mother, with the calm and ease. I might just come up on the motherfucking palm frond and sneeze. Cause please don't come around my crib trick or treating and with a trick. Well, now, who wants to get rich? Well, I trained to rap with chocolate dropper. Chocolate dropper. Well, Fucking Nelly, man. Nelly, man, it is gonna go down in history, in music history, as one of the most influential motherfuckers, yo. And I don't even really can't even say you can't really see I'm drawing. Maybe you can. I don't even really like Nelly's stuff. And the reason I say that is because Nelly came into the game. His first album is called Country Grammar. He's like a pop art. He's like a pop artist, like right off the bat. Basically, that album is like almost all singles. The whole album is like singles, basically. And I just want to say, like, the reason I'm kind of thinking this is because hip hop is now headed towards this country western thing now, which is cool. I mean, because to me, country western is rap. Like, rap was essentially almost a byproduct of country western music because of the stories and the rhythmic. It's like, they do the same thing just with a little harmony behind it, and I realize that, but they just don't like switch up the variety, the topics as as varied as like what you can find in hip hop. You can find like all sorts of crazy topics of songs or within songs, and like also information too. Like, honest to God, Wu-Tang taught me a lot of stuff that I am realizing in the last year or two. There is so much that I learned that they were talking about back then, and I had no idea. I just knew, but so they planted the seed. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, but so there's like a country western movement going in hip hop. There's like country rap artists, and I feel like Nelly kind of spearheaded that without really intending on it. But shit, I know he was at the People's Choice Awards, whatever. I don't even watch. I have no idea what's going on in pop culture, or there's a lot of things I choose to disregard, and if you told me about it, I mean, it may not surprise me anyway, or whatever. It's just so. Yeah, Nelly. Oh wait, okay. The next song coming up with the next banging all original song from StereoPHiX, from the StereoPHiX on StereoPHiX 888 is Ooh. I'm gonna give you an exclusive of a song that's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna be posting on my channel soon. This song, I'm putting a lot into it. It's a song that represents Phoenix, Arizona. It's meant for Arizona. It's meant for the people. It's meant to bang. Let's go. Arizona. Let me start that. El Mirage to Fountain Hill. Arizona. Anthem to Broadway, Southern and baseline. Open your brain. There's your love up in this song. I want your mind. The heart come along with it. Dope heads, middle heads, big heads, small heads, black heads, white heads, everything in the middle. How's the volume? Hey, what's up? What's up, my friend? Good to see you attending on the late night. My friend attending on the late night. Or you just wanted to make sure I was You want to get a peek at what the hell is he doing with that with that painting? Yeah, honey. Yeah, honey. Alright, I'm just trying to get this lettering here and no, stop. What the fuck is you smoking my cigar? Check me out, my boy. Too much you can't touch. SouthWst, like nobody else ever can. From the heart. On God. How about with God? Cradle to casket. Gaston. Yeah, man. Sober heads, dope heads, pill heads, black heads, white heads, everything in the middle. Weed heads, caffeine, nicotine heads. Get your fix through the stereo. The Earl of Arizona, the Arizona sun, rolling in cashola. I came from where I'm from, Bird City, Valley of the Sun. Dope heads, small heads, black heads, white heads, everything in the middle. Weed heads, caffeine, nicotine heads, peanut for the green heads. Get your fix through the stereo. You ain't never heard it sound like this. I ain't never put it down like this. Yeehaw, yippee-ki-yay, mother lovers. I'm about to sell like rubbers. Gotta be 1 in a million. That's what my mom told me on the way to detox. I love it, my feelings. Now I'm on it, baby, my whole life. We roll in like 5-pack camo raps and blueberry swishes. Got the genie out the bottle, grant all my wishes. You would have loved this kid, Lord, God bless the dead. I wait my own death. I think about your life. And draw strength because of it. Rest in peace. G Will, King G Will. To anyone who lost someone, please. To anyone no longer with us. All right. That one is a special song, man. Representing Arizona, but also commemorating and giving homage to the dead homies, the people who passed on in our lives, specifically G Will, but also everybody. So that's powerful song, man. Powerful song, man. Okay, moving on. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Another exclusive coming at you hanging and banging. StereoPHiX 888. Hanging like big nuts on a hot summer day. Giving it to you like Burger King, your way.
Rising like the Arizona sun. Yeah. Duh. It's SouthWst StereoPHiX to save you from that YouTube Spotify abyss. I stepped through the mist, busting your head like a part in your wig. The arts of my skills, you don't challenge me in those. East, west, south to the north, Bird City is mine. Coming like I'm a shout to your heart. If you ain't got the DNA, then you ain't the grand design. Tune up, where's your form? How perspective on these slaves like an aerosol. Triggers ain't shit. Elevate, prepare to vault. Now hush. Open up your mind. There's a vault. There it is. You really wanna discover riches? It ain't nowhere you could look. That's what you won't find unless you take a look inside. Reflection got you shook. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Should be amplified. Words and worlds collide. You decide the vibe, like when I recite the scribe.
Okay, there we go. That's more like it. I had this thing like that too. Okay. Curve with it. Curve and swerve with it. What's the word? Midget? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Search your heart, open wide. It's guaranteed
that you'll find
your life's grand design. What's the
cause
cause
behind.
So long as you come with eyes to hear and
Ears to see.
and prepare to shine. Get you sharpened up, raise the
Dialed in here, dialed in, man.
And like Osiris, the home it stays alive. I was never born and I'll never die.
Something like that.
Until your brain gets crucified. Now you in contact with some life-changing shit. Hope you survive and then switch modes. Cause maybe you don't know or realize.
So weird, like a weird goal.
You kept through the time as a swoosh. If you can't see every breath, swoosh. Behind every step. Behind every step. Is you ready?
Is you ready?
I was a
To the city dweller, it was no Cinderella. Now I sit back with the mic and some stories to tell ya. It was a dark, dark night, dark as the abyss. That night I gave death a kiss. For the funeral for self, I needed some help.
Pick me up, 2-inch punch, Uma Thurman busting out the grave. Now what's the purpose? For real.
It could be difficult to draw a straight line. What's really difficult is how perfect can you draw a circle? Have you ever tried? Maybe give it a whirl. Yeah, it's pretty. Like there's some dude, what was it, Donatello or Michelangelo, maybe, or one of those cats artists. Like he could draw a perfect circle, just freehand. Oh, bam!
Yeah, come to America for money.
It's an interesting skill when you think about it.
Right. I see what Mike do a school teacher. Why you stay there in school teacher? Like, there's no money. There's no money in Mexico. So these motherfuckers trip me out. She got her baby.
Oh yeah, REA all the way out past the A. Past the A.
Excuse me as I kiss the sky.
That's a little top one.
The liquid of reality is boiling. Out of control. Control of you taking places that you don't want to go. I can't get that low because why drown when my perspective is so high. I don't think that
I'll ever come down. Never come down. I'm we're gonna try to make this thing pop off within the hour, and this thing will be going until midnight.
Forever comes now. That part of you that you don't want to look at, it's my job
to
reflect that, but show it good at and how to alchemically transmute. So good, can't beat that with a piece of wood. I want you.
So, what's the coolest thing that I've learned, that I've discovered about my journey and my whole experience recently is that what the results of all the things I went through, the whole thing behind it, like why it happened, because it happened in order for me to gain the skill of alchemizing, transmuting energy, alchemizing things, experiences, situations, circumstances, and transmuting energy. You know, like I had to basically the only way you can learn to, or what was it? Okay. Jesus went into the desert and was tempted by the devil, is what the scripture, so to speak. Uh, However it went down, however it's described. I mean, maybe I'm not. That's essentially what happened, right? So this idea is that, but what was important was how he dealt, basically, because he constantly, consistently denied the offerings of the material world, because they're all lies. It's all a lie. It's all a facade or a temporary. It'll only temporarily sustain whatever feeling it is that you're trying to maintain. And when people think that, like, they say like, oh, drug addicts don't have feelings, like that's, or like, you know, because you're high you don't feel. All right, so there is a certain, you know, that's a very broad way to say it, but like in actuality, as somebody who put themselves in that realm for a long time, it was because I do feel very much so, and I like to feel good. So I wanted to feel good all the time, and I just would get high. And like, here's the thing: what's crazy is that I don't know, I didn't really need it. I could already do that, I suppose. But like, see, I don't know, man. I'm not using it as an excuse, but like, I think I forgot even that I got shot in the face when I was 19. You know, and then my dad died, and I didn't have the right guidance to move forward in a proper way. I based everything on my friends. Like, I based everything, like, my friends were more important to me than myself, basically. And I it someone might think, oh, well, how could that have been, when, if that's why you vanished from, uh you know, I vanished from my group of friends. When I say that I cared about, I'm not talking about you got that group in particular. I'm saying, like, I cared about everybody else more than myself, in the way that I would address and give attention to everyone else before even considering tending to my own garden. And to be honest, I never tended to my own. It never even was an idea to me. I was always like, what's up? We're gonna just trying to, basically, it gave me the ability to not have to. If I was always taking, jumping into somebody else's timeline and kind of just existing off theirs, like, I don't know. Bottom line is, regardless of whatever I was prioritizing, it wasn't me. I wasn't prioritizing like my own welfare. Because when I look back on reflection, I could have died like any day of the last 15 or 18 years or so, 16, 17 years or whatever. And that's because, I say that because, yeah, there were times when, yeah, there were significant things going on where, of course, it was dangerous, but the drugs I was doing, and the way I was doing them, and the way I was moving around, because my big this big change for me came after I ran into a guardrail on the freeway by myself, alone, in the vehicle alone, just me running into the guardrail, bouncing off one and running through another one. And it's like, that event, of course I could have died right there, but like, so that means that all the time, or there were just so many times I had nodded out, and barely evaded something, or fallen asleep at a red light. Yo, I got a crazy story for you. I fell asleep at 3rd Street in fucking Osborne at the red light going southbound with my foot on the brake. So, it was a red light. I was sitting there. I fell asleep. And my foot just stayed on the brake. I didn't move. But I was awoken by some of Arizona's finest. Some of Arizona's finest boys in blue checking on me. What are you doing, sitting here sitting here at the light here, asleep in your vehicle, man. You know, all I remember was seeing this fucking youngster on like something, like a fuck, I don't know, a motorcycle. He wasn't close to my window. He was like yelling through my window, and I was pissed off because because he woke me up because I was awoken abruptly, and so I'm just like, you know, fucking, I'm tired from working, and what's that on your lap, man? What's that box on your lap? I had a box with all my, or whatever I had, with all my drug shit in it. I'm like, it's weed, it's weed. It's literally what I said. It's weed, yelling it out the window to this cop. And he said, okay. But you know what, man, I can't let you, he's like, oh, man, I need to pull up the vehicle over there in this parking lot, but I can't let you drive it. I'm gonna have to drive it. I'm like, okay, shit, whatever. Like, the cop gets in my car and parks my vehicle, and then so we're at Third Street in Osborne. There's like a Denny's. Wait, no, there's not a Denny's there. There's like some, I don't even know what it's nothing. It's some businesses there and shit, just whatever. He's just like, I'm doing a field sobriety test. It's the afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or some shit, and I'm pissed off. So I passed the test because I was so pissed off. Um, I did it intensely, you know, and then I think that came across for sure to the young, because he was a younger. It kind of irritated me. Now, you know, I was whatever age I was. I think I was over 30, and I was like, you know, this motherfucking dude's like younger than me. He's out here trying to fucking be exude some dominance on me and shit. No, I don't know. That's just how. What can I say? I had that dope in me, and I was opioided up and all that shit. So, like, and you can't see none of. Let me get this thing right for YouTube view, because that wasn't right from me. I'm sorry. That shit was lame, huh? There, and you can still see it. Yeah, sorry, that shit was not the business on the view there. Um, so yeah, I've passed the field sobriety test, and then the other cop shows up and he's like, "What about the box right there, which had a fucking totally had a meth pipe in it?" And he's just like, "It's weed, it's weed." He said the same thing I said, and basically they just like, "Yo, man, you can't go nowhere. Just have somebody pick you up, and we're gonna leave you now. We'll leave you here." So they left. I waited a little while and then scooted off to wherever the fuck I was going. It was a little story of how I could have been fucked off in the game again. Ooh, I had another experience like that. So, all right, this one is this one happened. I was out in like Sun City or some shit, like, and I used to drive around. Oh, I gotta put my image back on. Ooh, I used to drive around with a bong all the time, you know, smoking meth and other stuff, other substances, you know, because I had created this whole like my normal operating level required like a bunch of substances for me to even feel normal. But anyway, so I was out there fucking at a stop sign or some shit, like boom, cloud coming out the motherfucker, and I hear on the a loudspeaker like announcing. I didn't have a. What was I doing? I didn't have my seatbelt on, so he said something about the bong, and then okay, what was it? No, I think he said something about the bong first, like put down the bong, and then I was like, oh shit! So I fucking put my seatbelt on. Like, what type of fucking lame ass move is that? I put my seatbelt on, and he's like, and put your he said, and put your seatbelt on. So basically, he was talking shit to me. He saw I was riding around with a 7, good like 2 foot, like a 2 foot, 1.5 foot bong. Like, why that was necessary? I just had to have the heavy hitting thing, I guess. But anyway, like, let me go. They didn't do anything. They just talked shit, scared the fuck out of me, and let me go. Okay, but now let me give you one where shit didn't turn out like peaches and sunshine for me. Um, I was cruising in the street in my 6'4". No, I was chilling. I had been getting high all day. I was everything was going good. I was actually watching the house because my mom and her partner Tommy were out of town, so it was my job to feed the dog, etc., etc. Well, I knew I was gonna have to go score. If you don't know what score means, that means I had to go pick up. If you know what that means, I had to go get some dope. uh, and I waited all day for some reason. I knew I needed to get that done. The best time to do it is in the middle of the day. Shit. But I took off at like 10 o'clock at night or 8. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that late. But by the time I got to where I was meeting up and got to see it was about 10 o'clock. This is what's fucking crazy about me. I'm sitting in the car with this cat. I appreciated what he did for like the deal he gave me. So he had a call come in while we're sitting there. Somebody asked for whatever. I'm like, hey, you want me to drop that off for you, dog? Because I just felt good about it. I probably wanted to like try to like gain some stats with the homie or whatever. But man, so I had no business driving. The place I had to take the shit was essentially the south side, South Phoenix. So it was south of the 10, like Broadway and shit or something. And I was up on like Thunderbird and like 35th Ave. And and my original leaving the point I departed from was like 19th Avenue and Rose Garden. So you know what I'm saying? And I've been getting high all day, so I was really actually had no business driving, but I'm good. But then it's like I driving for a while, boom, shit starts to set in. And of course, what happens? So I'm like, I needed to pull over. I needed to pull over. I knew it, and I could make that conscious decision even in the mind state I was in. So I fucking eventually I said I pulled over at this gas station, man. And as soon as I hit the pump, I basically instantly passed out. But I had turned the truck off. And what happens when I turn my truck off? The fucking doors unlock. So I'm sitting there asleep, my truck open, and I'm on the south side. I'm on like, fuck, man. It's probably like 7th Street and Broadway or something like that. And I wake up standing outside the truck with the police. Them taking my belt off and my shoestrings off because they had already determined that I was going to jail. And they determined that by looking through the window and seeing probably a bag of pills and me asleep. 100 pills, by the way. But hey, none of this is all this is used for entertainment purposes only. If you get what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. Anyway, so boom, instantly I'm out. I'm basically I'm still waking up. I'm outside the freaking vehicle, still waking up. They're taking off my belt and my shoestrings. There's like 3 of them. I see a cop walking up intensely from in the short distance, and a few more, man. And I was like, oh my god, they're waiting for me to resist. Like this could go. This is the moment where I could have ended up like one of those motherfuckers that got their ass beat up by the cops. So I instantly started saying, thank you guys. Hey, you know what? Thank you so much. As if they saved me or something. You know, passed out in my vehicle. Thank you guys. Thank you. That was, I could tell that it pissed him off that I didn't resist and didn't respond the way he thought I would. But he didn't do anything. Yeah. They put me in the vehicle, I remember, and I was falling asleep again, of course. So he's hitting the fucking cage thing every time, to wake me up and yelling to wake the fuck up. And I'm like, wow, what, do you just have a disdain for people in my shoes? Is that what, I didn't say that, but eventually I stayed awake and he didn't, he just sat there like scowling and growling. Crazy, man. I've dealt with a lot of those, when it comes, I've dealt with many cops. I've dealt with many correction officers. I've dealt with a handful, my fair share of legal figures, fucking judges and state fucking public pretenders. Nah, honestly, God, like those public defenders, like they don't always know everything to do, or maybe they just won't because it's not worth it for them, or whatever the case. But they do. I want to say they do have your best interest in mind, man. Because I've had some that, like, were cool as fuck, basically, and just went. They made sure that everything got to the fucking judge, like, or and nothing else. It got to the the prosecution or to the judge, wherever the stuff I submitted needed to get, it got there. Which that could easily be an issue where you have a fucking public defender, you're trying to submit some documents, they just don't even, your court date rolls around, you're expecting some type of reference to those documents to come up, nothing happens after the hearing because you have to stay quiet during the hearing. You can't just blurt out shit after the hearing. You're like, whoa, wait, where am I? What happened? You were supposed to, oh, what? I thought you were, I didn't know. Dude, now it's too late because now that hearing has happened, it was where that document needed to be seen. Ah, that's why you have to advocate for yourself, and at least have some type of game plan, and kind of help, definitely be definitive with what you want to do to them, like lay out what they give you, and because they'll give you some options, they'll give you what I don't know, fuck that shit anyway. Just stay the fuck out of those situations altogether. Because, damn it, I still, to this day, every once in a while, I end up in court. It's been a minute now, but I'm still going. I'm still on probation, y'all, and it's 2016. I got out in 2016. I've been on probation for like 10 years. Ain't that some shit? 10 motherfucking years, yo. All right, yo. We're at the 30-minute mark.